3, 2, 1. What it do, Lee County? It's your favorite big brother, Pizzo Bam Wham, checking in on the hottest radio station in the streets. And I feel like this interview right here was much needed. My dog, I heard he got on my ass out in Atlanta, and you know what? I ain't even debated. I was like, you know what, bro, right? I should have been interviewed him. And so I'm glad we finally got that, able to happen. This is a real big deal star coming out of Fort Myers, Florida, and I feel, honored to be a part of, seeing the journey, starting from the ground one to getting, the foot in the door that we always talked about. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, man, without further ado, we got AG Lotti in the building. How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm feeling good, feeling great, blessed.
Yes, sir. It's good to have you out here, man. What you doing in the city? Because I know you don't stay here no more now.
Yeah, man, I was living in Atlanta, man. I came down here because I just felt like it was time, man. I've been up there in Atlanta. I've been working. I ain't been in Fort Myers for months, man, at least about 5 to 6 months.
Yeah.
And I ain't been down here since the situation, you know what I'm saying, with Authentic Empire. So, like, I just want to come down here and, just work, man, show love to the city, reach out to other upcoming artists.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just, I don't want to be that nigga that came and did his thing and like, damn, he ain't coming back to the city, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm just here to work. I'm here to network, you know what I'm saying, and just really chop it up with people. And
yeah, I seen you had put up a status I'm back in the city, the artist let's work, and I feel like that's dope. Like, you let them know, like, I ain't shunning nobody out.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
We can still get it in.
Yeah, for sure.
So I want to touch on how you just signed one of the biggest deals to come out the city right now.
Yeah.
With Authentic Empire. How did that come about?
For real, it's crazy. I've been watching Boom for about 5 years. So my first time seeing Boom Man, if don't nobody know, is the CEO of Authentic Empire. The hottest independent label, #1 independent label right now. But I've been watching him with Euro. And it's funny, I had hit him up maybe about 4 or 5 years ago when he just started Authentic Empire. Like, and I was just trying to meet with him, and you know what I'm saying, because I was at the point where I feel like, man, I need somebody to get behind me. Like, you need that extra push.
Yeah. So
I reached out to him. He at the time he was doing management for $5,000, and at that time I ain't had a bread, but we had went to, this is when we had did a little baby feature, me and AG Brizzle.
Yeah.
We went to Atlanta, and I was trying to get him to pull up, but he never pulled up. But it's just funny how things work, because I kept watching him, and I just watched him come up, and then finally, like, it was the full 360. We ended up coming back into, and now I'm his artist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
And it's dope that you've been doing your research, too. You ain't just come out like,
sure.
because some people, like, I mean, you got to use the internet, of course, utilize it. But some people, they just try to sign with anybody with, like, not knowing what they're getting into. So it's dope that you went and did your background, and, you followed up behind them and stuff like that. I feel like artists need to see that as more than just looking for that handout.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, when you looking for people to invest in and get into business with, like, you gotta definitely do business. That's why for me it was kind of a no brainer, because I've been watching Boom for so long. So yeah.
So we get to the part where you signed, right? But let's talk about what was going on before we got to the deal.
Right.
So, like, when I feel like the city got hip to SKJ Auto Game, because y'all did the parties, and y'all dropped the Grove Street remix.
Right.
But I seen that y'all did a real big transition, and no longer was just a group effort how y'all used to do it. It seemed like y'all formulated a plan to let's put our efforts towards guys that we feel like can shine, and let's all get behind it. And I felt like y'all was able to do that, like, seamlessly, because it's some groups out here that everybody want to be the star, right?
Oh, you mean as far as, like, within the group?
Within the group. Before you got to sign the deal. Because people don't know that you were in a group before you became AG Lotti.
Right.
And so I wanted to speak on, like, how you guys figured out a game plan, what should we do to make ourselves be known.
Okay, well, I'm going to go back to the start. SKJ is, we all grew up in the neighborhood. SKJ, Stella, Catherine, Jeffcott, if you're not familiar. And it really, like you said, we started off as block parties. At the time, I was really playing football. I think I was the last one to start rapping for real out of the group. I definitely was the last one to start rapping, out the group. And, like, long story short, we was doing parties. The party thing kind of transitioned. We was doing music, but I want to say it was kind of for fun at first. You know what I'm saying? Like, we wasn't really taking it serious. Like, we was just doing it to be like, we throwing our own parties. We might as well be playing our own music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, Everybody had a little talent, and it's so crazy because before we formed the group, everybody was kind of already doing their thing prior. Like you'll have AG Steezy, he was over here, you know, doing his thing. Soldier was doing his thing. Everybody kind of was separate, but we was within the group, but we was just doing our own separate things. So we decided to come together. The Auto Gang thing came from like, we just felt like it was a better brand. It derived from Life on Auto, so we dropped a mixtape called Life on Auto.
Right.
And shout out to Sammy Watkins. Sammy Watkins really he was listening to it. He tweeted this right when he went to Clemson, like freshman year.
That, yeah.
And he tweeted Auto Gang, and then that shit just went viral, and it was like, damn. And then he hit us up and he was like, bro, I ain't know it was gonna be viral like that, y'all. Boy, I just really was tweeting Auto Gang. Yeah. So like, shout out to Sammy, because we really took that Auto Gang and kind of like built it and made it a brand. I want to say Sammy really showed us what it could do as a brand. Man. You know what I'm saying? So like, he inspired that. And then from there, I felt like it was a lot of things. We got older. We learned a lot. We spent a lot of money in the music industry. And I felt like we got older to the point different people was going through different things. I had ended up going to jail. And I just told the group, I'm like, man, we need to kind of do something kind of like what ASAP Rocky them got going on, where we still a group, but you can be ASAP such and such. You ASAP such and such. So, because we used to run into problems where it's like, damn, AG Lotti ain't be able to come to the studio, so now nobody can come to the studio. You know what I'm saying? Or AG Brizzle can't come to the studio, so now nobody can't like the session to get canceled just because one person can't show up. Why? So we was like, man, we got to find a way to,
Why is that though? Because somebody was on the song?
Yeah, because we were just so used to doing music together. So we felt like if one person wasn't there, we couldn't do it.
So
you know
that
what I'm
was
saying?
Like
we was in a way we was kind of crippling each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I felt like it was definitely a good decision for us to be able to grow as a unit. And I feel like we actually got better when we decided, because now you got AG Brizzle over here. Like our situation now, you got AG Brizzle in Florida. He killing Florida right now. He doing his thing. He in Miami. He networking. They don't really know me like that, but in Atlanta I got a big following. Everybody following me in Atlanta. So when I come down here, AG Brizzle face Gator. When he come to Atlanta, so it's kind of like one of those things where like, I'm gonna go out here, I'm gonna take over this little part. You take over this part, we gonna meet back up.
What's that plan?
Kinda and not really. Kinda.
Yeah, because it seemed like it's just happening organic.
Because really that whole Atlanta thing was always all our idea, because we just knew that like Fort Myers, we needed to be in we had the talent, but Fort Myers ain't really had a platform to push us where we needed to be. Yeah. So we always knew like, man, we got to get somewhere where the market is very fruitful. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, you know what I'm saying?
It's dope that you took heed to that. Like,
yeah. So like, I mean, it been a plan of ours, and I just finally got out a situation where I was able to go up there. So you know what I'm saying? We just working, man.
So when you moved to Atlanta, was that like off rip your plan to get out there and figure out what I'm gonna do with this music? Or? Yeah.
So if most people who know me know, you know what I'm saying, I was cutting hair, you know what I'm saying, just as a side hustle while I figure out what I was doing with the music. So I kind of took that to Atlanta. I was like, man, my mentality was this, like anything I'm doing in Fort Myers, I can do in Atlanta. If I'm cutting hair, I can do that. If I'm hustling, I can do that. If I'm, whatever I'm doing in Fort Myers, I can do, why can't I do in Atlanta?
Right.
So I took that mentality and I went to Atlanta. I'm like, I'm gonna cut hair because I know barbershop is one of the places everybody go through. Yes. Everybody come through, so you can network crazy in the barbershop. So I'm like, I'm gonna come up
think of it that way as far as networking.
Right. In the I ain't gonna lie. I met the first studio engineer in the barbershop. Cut his hair. I met my first promoter in the barbershop. I cut his hair. I met everybody. I was meeting in the barbershop because I was cutting hair. You feel me? So when I told them I did music, they like, oh, I'm an engineer. Especially being in Atlanta, you might cut somebody hair and they somebody producer. You don't know. They're only a thug producer. I don't even. You like, damn, okay. Yeah. So the networking crazy with the barber. So I just use that to my advantage. And my mentality was just whatever I can do in Fort Myers, I can do it in Atlanta. And for the first year, I kind of just was cutting hair. Then the pandemic happened. You know what I'm saying? God opened up other doors for me to get money. You know what I'm saying? And I just invested in myself. You know what I'm saying? So you know, that's what it is.
So would you say your previous career and being a barber kind of helped prepare your rap career?
Definitely. And you know what's so crazy? I chased the barber thing because I watched Zaytoven. I watched Zaytoven documentary.
That's what it reminds me of.
So I was like, damn, because I wanted to know what can I do, what type of hustle can I do, and still not be looked at like, oh, you working a 9 to 5, you know what I'm saying? So
some
I'm
people
like,
try to stray away from that.
Yeah, so I seen Zaytoven, and I'm like, Zaytoven really inspired me to cut hair for real, and I'm like, man, I could be a rapper and still cut hair and work my move, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, for sure.
So one thing that a quote that I've been seeing floating around the internet that I really agree with, and I feel like it kind of applies to your situation in some aspect, is that a great song is not made, it's marketed. And I feel like that kind of applies to you because, yes, we know you snapping, we know you make good music, but like a lot of your old music used to just fall on deaf ears because it wasn't too much folk minds can do with it. And so you started like putting, I don't know what you did about the process, so maybe you can enlighten me on that.
Right.
But I feel like when you came out with that "Oh He Lit," that was like one of your best marketed songs. And it's like it's in where it need to be.
Right.
And so I want you to speak on like how you went about making that song compared to like your old ways of making music.
Okay, so what Oh He Lit taught me for real was that you are never gonna really pick your hit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Oh He Lit really taught me like that you not gonna pick your hit. So what I mean by that is the situation in Atlanta is a lot of clubs, there's a lot of DJs, so I was able to do a lot of promoting. But I say that to say this. Oh He Lit was a song that I really didn't like, you know what I'm saying? But it was a song that the DJ kept playing, that the people kept requesting, that the people kept saying, hey, yeah, all that other stuff is cool, but I want to hear you perform Oh He Lit. Yeah. So I'm like, you know what? And that really be our problem a lot as artists is a lot of time the songs that we feel like is a hit don't be the same song that the fans feel like is a hit. So I feel like marketing really comes a lot organically from the fans first helping you be like, okay, this is a good song. You go to 10 people and all of them say, man, this is fire. Okay. And it's probably fire. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So the marketing kind of changed when my mindset changed, just being more open to letting people tell me what they feel like is a good song, and then letting it kind of like, I can honestly say I let that song grow organically on its own. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, Oh He Lit, it was just the timing, man. The timing, what I was saying. Somebody was just telling me the other day, we was deciphering what it takes to make it hit, and he was telling me the words. He was like, you chose the right words. Oh He Lit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, words mean a lot when you trying to make a song. You know what I'm saying? So, word selection. So, the marketing, it just got more in depth to the point where I noticed that the people gonna pick the song, and then when the people pick the song, you gotta shove that song down people's throat. Yeah, you can't let up. My label partner, Money Move, for example, he got a song called "Hittin'." Yeah, we playing that by the way. Yeah, Money. Shout out Money Move. Yep. Money Bag Yo on the remix, Fujiano on the remix, Free Food. So he been pushing that song for years. Nah, we did not know that. When we came across that song, Money Move been pushing "Hittin' 4 years. Wow, it was last year. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. It took for I'm glad you speaking on this. It took for Boom to put Money Bag Yo on the remix and Fujiano on the remix for it to break a certain barrier and get to the next level. But Money Move was literally pushing that song 3-4 years. Yeah. When I heard that story, and when in Atlanta and the culture and people was telling me, like, it just goes to show, like, just like you say, a hit song is well marketed, and what well marketed means, like, just because these 10 people heard the song and you ready to make a new song, bro, it is so many million more people in the world that ain't heard this song yet. And then you don't feel me? Done. When it's so crazy, because I look at Moo, I'm like, man, even me, I moved to the A 2 years ago. I heard "Hittin'." You know what I'm saying? And just to see people reaction now, like it's a brand new song, it just blow me. I'm like, it's crazy. Down here, we thinking we up. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, don't give, like you say, a hit song is well marketed. Don't give up on the track. Honestly, it's almost better to push one song. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it's really let's speak on that, because people always thinking I need to drop a mixtape, especially the new artists. How you feel about that? So coming from 4 Miles and just coming up and doing what I've been doing, I always want to drop projects. I always want to give people a body of music, because I'm that type of artist anyways. But I learned that it's hits. It's hit singles. Like, nobody is going, like, what Boom is stressing me is nobody going to take the time to listen to none of your music until you get one hit song. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like, once you make that one hit song, everything else kind of comes easy. Yeah. For example, I know y'all been watching Coyle Ray. You know what I'm saying? Coyle Ray made one hit song. Now everything she dropped is like fire. Everybody love it. It's kind of like good credit. Yeah, it's like good credit. So, like, the biggest advice I would say is don't spend all your money trying to, because it costs a lot of money to put a project together and market a whole project.
Right.
Focus on one song, like the one song. Push that song 3 months, keep pushing it. If they tell you that ain't the one, go back in the lab, make another song. You know what I'm saying? I know Russ, somebody I look up to. Russ say he dropped a song every week for like months. You know what I'm saying? So but he ain't go and drop a mixtape. Even he kept dropping singles. I'm gonna drop a single, I'm gonna drop another single, I'm gonna drop another single. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like singles is definitely the way to go when you coming up, when you trying to be an upcoming artist.
How open to you to advice nowadays compared to like back in the days when it comes to like your music? Because I know it's like a sensitive thing for people to be trying to tell you, you know, you should do this way, or you know. So how open to your advice?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm so obsessed with the thought of blowing and being a major artist that I've always been open to advice. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I feel like people opinions mean a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? So, and people perspectives, you know what I'm saying? Like people perspective, because you'll be surprised how everybody's perspective is different. So, I'm more obsessed with the fact that this advice from this person could help me blow. Opposed to my pride is like, no, I'm A.G. Lotti. I don't want to hear nothing what folks got to say. I know I'm doing it right. Like even artists, like, and that's the hardest thing to do is another artist tell you, like, and I got into a situation where I was doing a feature with an artist, and the artist was brave enough to tell me like, bro, nah, come like this. And at first I'm like, what this nigga talking to? Like, nigga, I'm Lotti. Like, nigga, you paid me for a feature. I'm here. But he was like, come. But I sat back. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try it. I tried it. It worked out. And I'm like, you know what? You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So it's like, I'm definitely open to people's advice. Like, I'm not turning down people's advice and opinions. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes opinions be bogus, but you got to take a good with everything. You know what I'm saying? So,
I feel that.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about features because when you came out the gate, you guys were getting like big features. It wasn't just I'm recruiting my homeboy on this track. It was like, let's get this artist that everyone is listening to.
Right.
Has your process changed now that you know, in the eyes of the people that you once were, you know, trying to get in touch with? Like as far as like, I guess my question is, has the business changed as far as like getting your features?
The business definitely changed. So what I've been learning since I've been in, you know, dealing with the industry and been around industry people is that each song is a business in itself. You know what I'm saying? I say that to say this, really, if you pay for a feature, you should, this is probably the best advice I can give you. If you pay for a feature, you should probably put at least 2 to 3 times that amount of money into the marketing and promotion. Because one thing where I feel like we have failed at was, we was getting these big features, but we was thinking the feature was going to promote itself. You know what I'm saying? And it don't work like that, especially when you paying the artist and the artist probably rock with you, but you ain't paying him to promote you. See, it's the difference, and people got to know that too. Like, you could pay an artist, but then you going to have to pay a little bit more for some promotion for him to be like, okay, I'll post it on my page. Or I'll
it ain't
post
no
it
instant relationship.
It ain't no instant. I'm just going to post you because I did a song with you. I do songs with people all the time. So the biggest thing for me is if you're going to go do a feature, spend double the money on marketing the song and promoting the song. You know what I'm saying? Not saying features are not a good thing, but it's just a lot of people get features and think they're gonna promote themselves. You know what I'm saying?
That's kind of like what Brizzle was talking about in our interview. He was just saying like just it's more so business. Don't think you just gonna keep
it's all business. It's all business. It's all business, and it's crazy because in this industry, sometimes relationships are formed off of business. So it's like, somebody, you might be a cool people person, you might be friends, somebody might want to be cool with you just because of your personality, but you still gonna have to pay for to even get to that point. You know what I'm saying? So it's still gonna start with business before you even build that relationship. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's business first, man. Always, like, don't get in your feelings feeling like, oh, this dude ain't really rocking with me like that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that he ain't rocking with you. 9 times out of 10, he probably put in way more work than you did. He probably invest way more into his career than you did. And for him to just help you get to where he at, it's kind of slapping the face of him and the work that he put behind it. So you kind of got to just treat it like, I'm going to do what's best for me. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times when you do a feature with somebody and you do what you need to do and help the song blow, they'll come back and be like, okay, you did what you were supposed to do with that feature. We need to do some more music. You know what I'm saying? So it's just about what you do. You know what I'm saying?
Always put your best foot forward.
Facts.
That's dope, man. I wanna I feel like I'm kind of turning to the smalls with this question, but I kind of want to talk about your goals because what we was talking about on the background. We was like, it's obvious you can go the VVS route if you needed to,
right?
But why you choosing to keep the goals in?
For me, the goals was representation. I'm from Fort Myers, Florida. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to know, like, when they see me, you know what I'm saying? Because now the grills is big right now. You feel me? I ain't gonna, every rapper I be around in Atlanta got goals. They got diamonds. Right. Everybody rocking diamonds. And it kind of don't separate nobody from nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The goals kind of remind you, like, oh, you from Florida.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And me being in Atlanta, like, you can get so engulfed in the Atlanta culture to where you forget where you from. You know what I'm saying?
I hear that
You'll be up there 3 years and you start talking like them then. And boy, I just throw goddamn. So it's like you got to kind of like, and for me, the goals are just remind, like I constantly want to remind myself of my roots and where I'm from. And I want to represent Fort Myers. Like everything I do, bro, when I'm in Atlanta, I'm representing Fort Myers. I don't know if you seen, I was with Thug. I had hollered at Young Thug.
Yeah.
I said, yo, I'm a big fan, a.k.a. I'm from Fort Myers.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Remember that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, you know, we had plies come out of Fort Myers, but it's like, I feel like besides that, there ain't nobody, like, they don't know, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we bringing a new light to Fort Myers, you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
For sure.
Do you feel like you carry that weight on your shoulder to just be a representative at this point? Or do you
definitely. I ain't gonna lie, and I like it because it's enough pressure to keep me going. I feel like a lot of me, I'm one of those people, I work better under pressure. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, the fact that people from Fort Myers looking at me like, you in Atlanta representing us, it made me feel like, boy, you gotta go hard. Man. And like sometimes I be thinking, well, the nigga from Fort Myers do this? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a good question. like I'm from Fort Myers when I do this shit, you know what I'm saying? So I try not to step too out of my character and be like, you know, get engulfed in what's going on in the industry and in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying?
Would you say that's what keep you grounded while you out there? Like
definitely.
Is there anything else that like kind of help you stay you in the industry where it's like forever changing?
Man, knowing that it's a facade, man. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Like, I love the music game. I love the industry. I love everything about it. But nine times out of 10, people acting. Yeah. People putting on a facade. People putting on, like, most of the people you meet, you feel like, oh, this is real, da-da-da. He's not that. He's not real. He don't care about you. He not, you feel me? So it's like, that kept me grounded, knowing that this is really entertainment. You know what I'm saying? This is the entertainment business as well as the music business. And like a lot of niggas up here entertaining. You know what I'm saying? So like that keep me grounded. Like I'm gonna just go around people and be myself. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, I'm gonna entertain. I'm gonna do what I need to do for marketing purposes and stuff like that. But I want to stay grounded. I want to be me. I don't want them to be like, this nigga don't even act like he from Fort Myers no more. He act like he, you know what I'm saying? It's like he ain't even, so like, and I feel like that keep people from Fort Myers motivated and to keep them in the loop. Like, man, Lotti still keeping it home team. Lotti still doing, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's big for me.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I just want to say we super proud of you here at 94.9 The City. Not just you, but the whole AG group.
Yeah, for sure. We all working for sure.
Exactly,
for sure.
And we seeing that from the ground up. So I feel like Lee County should definitely get behind these guys and you know help us, you know, help them push forward.
And I feel like we a product. Me personally, I'm a product of Don't Stop. I'm a product of two things. I'm a product of Don't Stop, and I'm a product of you got to get outside of where you from. I love Fort Myers to death, and you'll be surprised when you do go away where you from. Like for me, one thing I notice is in Atlanta, people is not as far as you think they is when it comes to music. A lot of people, there's not a lot of talent as you think. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people really don't be as good as you think they is. You know what I'm saying? So you'll be surprised you coming from Fort Myers, you're going to be sounding a lot better than the people, you feel me? Yeah. And they going to embrace you because you from Florida, you're not from there. You know what I'm saying?
And Florida definitely got a wave going on right now.
For sure. If Florida got a wave too, it's just you got to move around. You got to be in Fort Lauderdale. You got to be in Miami. You got to be in Orlando. You know what I'm saying? So just getting outside where you from, like, your friends are not gonna help you blow. Your family not gonna help you blow. You know what I'm saying? No, they supposed to be there just to support you and do it. But you can't be mad when you like, damn, bro, you ain't sharing my. Yeah. You shouldn't be in the rap game trying to make your friends your fans. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not your fans. You know what I'm saying?
So what support do you like? What type of support helps you grow as an artist?
I'm gonna tell you the biggest thing for me, and they've been doing it since I was in Fort Myers before the deal situation, is people the in-person interaction with people when they say, Lotti, boy, you doing your thing. Keep going.
Yeah.
Like, that's the biggest thing for me. Like, that made me feel like, damn, somebody watching me. I got to keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for me, like, support is really sharing for sure. Sharing, liking, all that for sure. But the biggest thing for me is just, like, saluting people, bro. Like, really, you'll be surprised how far a salute a go, like, because people want to see in person, like, damn, my hard work really paying off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That
so
validation.
when people see me, you know what I'm saying, and be like, I'm proud of you, bro, keep doing your thing, bro, that's the biggest motivation for real.
That's right. So you got any advice for any artist that's, you know, been doing this music thing for a while and feel stagnant?
I need one more.
Yeah, we can do that, man. It get hot in the studio, Lee County. I'm telling you. Right.
Yeah.
Oh no.
My
It
bad,
makes sure
y'all.
black
My
ain't fall
bad,
light.
bro.
Yeah, do your thing, bro.
And I sweat, like, I really
Yeah,
sweat. Like, you feel me? Like, for real.
Yo, to be real, a lot of y'all was waiting for you to cut it.
Yeah.
I was like,
Please.
I ain't gonna
Yeah.
take it stop, bro.
Yeah, get yourself right, bro. You
Like,
gotta come up.
like no job. I have like a little fan in my fucking car, like, you know, Disney World style. Do you want that? Like,
No, I'm
Nah,
good.
we'll wrap up
Yeah,
in-
we about to wrap
we'll
up
wrap
around
it
in a little bit. Yeah,
Yo, for real.
We touched on a lot of good things, bro.
yeah, we did.
Stop, nigga.
Yeah, bro, I be sweating, bro. I be
no,
sweating, bro.
I didn't even see it. I didn't even see
No
it.
Put
cap.
in work, bro. You put in work.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
If they ain't no sweat on the court, you ain't winning.
Right.
All day.
No cap.
Then you fell out, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you ain't fall light.
Feel like, man. Yeah, do it. First time I met Fujiano in the studio. Passed out. The first time. I'm talking about this my first time meeting Fu. I'm like, damn, I really left a lasting impression, bro. My homeboy done fell out in the studio. I'm in here with Fujiano. We at Loud House, one of the biggest studios in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Big chill.
I'm like, damn.
I was on the thing like that. I was standing up. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna lean back on the wall.
Yeah.
I took a step back.
Yeah.
I thought the wall was there.
It wasn't.
Hit the floor. Boom.
I fell and all that was waking me up.
Wait, you fell?
Yeah, in the studio.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like a stair. I was
Oh,
like,
nah.
Nah,
Nah.
we ain't got no insurance case on this.
Yeah, man.
Also, it might help if you shut that. Can you shut that? Yeah, yes.
Oh yeah,
We can
yeah,
wrap
how
it
that
up
done.
after
This
this.
was cool, lad.
What time it is?
7:30, 7:32.
Nah. Not till I got about 8, 9.
Yeah, we about to wrap up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to the question we left off of.
Which was what?
About advice for artists being stagnant.
okay.
I'm gonna just repeat it for you.
Okay.
Yep. Let me know when you get it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, you snapping right now. Appreciate you. All right. So we got any advice for artists that feel like they've been grinding for a while and they just haven't, you know, reached that barrier that they stuck at and they feel stagnant in their career? What advice would you get on to, you know, keep them going?
Well, the first advice obviously is to keep going, never stop. You know what I'm saying? You only quit when you lose. I say that a lot. You only lose when you quit. You know what I'm saying? But besides that, something that kind of like Boone taught me, my CEO, is just like sometimes you got to like restructure. So you might have to step back. You know what I'm saying? Break stuff down.
Right.
Change some things, make the brand a little better.
Yeah.
Come a little different way, put a little bit more quality, then represent it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many ways to do one thing. You know what I'm saying?
It
So I feel like for artists who feel like they at a point where they can't break, do something. Somebody always told me, they was like, if you want something you never had, you gotta do something you never did.
Snap.
For me, it was moving to Atlanta. I never moved out of Fort Myers.
Yeah.
I moved to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? That might not be the best move for everybody, but I'm just saying, like,
Just
I
put it in
did
perspective.
something that I did something like, we did so much. We did the features, we did the shows, we did so much. I'm like, it's something missing. I got to do something. And I always talked about relocating so I could just work in a better, you know what I'm saying, more fruitful environment, market.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And for me, that's what it was. So it's like, if you feel like things ain't working out for you, bro, just regroup. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep going no matter what.
Most
But
definitely.
step back and regroup. You know what I'm saying? And try something that you ain't tried before. If you ain't on TikTok, get on TikTok. If you ain't on Triller, get on Triller. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you going paying $20 an hour to record just music, go pay $60 an hour to record your music.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
quality,
saying?
yeah.
If you on YouTube Beats, go find you a producer. You know what I'm saying? Like it's more stuff you can always do to build yourself. If you feel like you stuck at a level, evaluate where you at right now and be like, what can I do to make myself better?
That's great advice. I
Yeah,
feel like
for
that's the best advice we got for that question, man.
Nah, for sure.
So I just want to appreciate you for coming all the
yeah.
way down from Atlanta back to the hometown.
For sure.
Showing love to 94.9 in the city, man. What single do we need to put in rotation right
Oh, he
now?
lit, man.
Yes,
oh,
sir.
he lit, man.
Let's
I
make
gotta
that
let him
happen,
know.
man. It's 94.9 in the city. AG Lotti, Pizzo, Ben, Wham. I hope y'all enjoy it. Checking with y'all later.
How you
feel about it?
Good. Appreciate it, man.